BVB Total im Doppelpass mit der Telekom.
Ja, hallo zusammen, herzlich willkommen zur Pressekonferenz vor dem Rückspiel in der Europa League bei den Tottenham Hotspurs. Mit Mats Hummels und unserem Kapitän. Ich denke mal an unseren Kapitän haben sie auch einige Fragen. Ich würde vorschlagen, mit denen starten wir dann einfach mal.
First of all, warm welcome to tonight's press conference of Borussia Dortmund ahead of the Europa League tie against Spurs. We have Mats Hummels with us here and questions for the captain. Und das also können die auf Englisch.
Ja, die englischen Fragen.
Yeah, and English journalists can put questions in English and they'll be answered in English.
Ja, wenn der Akzent nicht zu streng ist, verstehe ich es auch.
Wenn nicht, dann darf ich auch.
Okay. Ja, Ihre Fragen bitte einfach per Handzeichen melden. Dann das ist überschaubar.
Trainieren.
Mal da vorne.
Was?
So I just had a question about your main striker, Aubameyang. Is he still improving and how important is he to your team?
Ich kann auf Englisch antworten, ne? Das ist kein Thema. Yeah, I don't think it's a big secret that he's very important for us. He had a very good first half of the season. In the last games, he didn't manage to score as often as I think he would. He wish he would. But he works hard for the team, and that's the most important thing. So he will gain his goals by this. So he works for us, and we work for him to score. That's a little bit the exchange we make in this team, and I think it works out really well this season. Yeah. He has plenty of qualities. Of course, the most obvious one is his incredible speed. One of the fastest players I've ever played against or with. So, yeah, he's really a really good striker, of course.
Max, hello. Like Tottenham, you were second in your league, 5 points behind the leaders. How much priority are you giving the Europa League? You fielded a strong side, but they left a few players out. Do you want to win this competition?
To me, I don't think I have to set a priority to one of the competitions. We try to win every competition we are in. Of course, and both cup competitions is the biggest chance right now because we have 5 points behind Bayern in the Bundesliga. But we try to win every game we have, and yeah, of course, the EuroLeague is for us a big chance to win a title this year, and so we don't put one competition higher than the other one. We try to win them all.
Anne. Ja gut, die Ausgangslage. Achso, übersetzen einmal?
Nein, dann erstmal.
Okay. Die Ausgangslage ist natürlich hervorragend. Ich glaube, viel mehr kann man sich nicht wünschen, als mit einem deutlichen zu-0-Ergebnis aus dem Heimspiel rauszugehen. Wir sind uns dessen bewusst, dass wir dadurch jetzt natürlich auch klarer Favorit auf die nächste Runde sind, wollen das morgen auch im Spiel nochmal unterstreichen. Wir wollen natürlich bestenfalls mit einem schnellen Tor auch alle vielleicht noch kleinen Zweifel beseitigen, aber wir wissen natürlich auch um die Qualität von Tottenham. Wir wissen, dass sie eine sehr gute Mannschaft haben und dass Mannschaften zu Hause oft anders nochmal auftreten als auswärts. Ist natürlich auch kein Geheimnis. Deswegen sind wir keineswegs so unterwegs, dass wir denken, wir haben das Viertelfinale schon geschafft, sondern wir wissen, dass wir da nochmal für arbeiten müssen. Aber dass wir natürlich eine sehr große Chance haben, muss man auch gar nicht anders formulieren.
Question, how do you see the situation after the result in the first leg? Obviously, that was an outstanding result. You couldn't really wish for much more in that position. Obviously, come away with a clear result and a clean sheet. Obviously, you have to be aware that it's not all done and dusted. And I think, in that sense, we want to score early on if we can to put the game beyond doubt. But at the same time, we know that Spurs have got quality in their team, and also they're at home this time, and it's teams often perform differently if they're at home. So we know we're not through to the quarterfinals yet, but we're certainly going to work hard to achieve that, and we're in with a great chance.
Okay. Gut, Mats. Doch, da gibt es doch noch eine Frage. Daniel, bitte.
Der Trainer hat dich am am Samstag in der PK sehr gelobt, dass du eine herausragende Rückrunde spielst. Siehst du es ebenfalls und worin liegt das vielleicht begründet, dass es in der Rückrunde ein bisschen besser läuft als in der angestrengten Vorrunde?
Ja. Ich äußere mich nur zur Rückrunde, Entschuldigung. Vorrunde haben wir ja schon öfters diskutiert. Ja, ich glaube, dass einfach momentan natürlich verschiedene Sachen da zusammenspielen. Einerseits ist es ein guter körperlicher Zustand, andererseits ist es halt eben auch in gewissen Teilen eine manchmal etwas defensive Ausrichtung, die wir hatten bisher in der Rückrunde, ohne jetzt aber etwas zu machen, was man als Mauern bezeichnen könnte. Sodass wir einfach im gesamten Mannschaftsverbund, finde ich, defensiv sehr gut arbeiten und dass man in einer guten, einheitlichen Defensive natürlich auch individuell dann eher glänzen kann, erklärt sich von selber und ist aber auch grundlegend dafür, weil egal wie gut ein Verteidiger ist, wenn er in einer Mannschaft spielt, die nicht verteidigt, wird er am Ende schlecht aussehen und das ist eben einfach wichtig, dass man, wenn man Erfolg haben will, sagen wir mal auf mindestens 9, bestenfalls 10 oder sogar 11 Positionen natürlich mitverteidigt und das machen wir momentan auf einem sehr hohen Niveau. Ich habe es nach dem Spiel jetzt gegen Mainz gesagt, dass zum Beispiel Marco Reus in der 87. nochmal einen Sprint nach hinten gemacht hat, nochmal im 16er eine Schusschance geklärt hat und diese kleinen Dinge sorgen eben dafür, dass wir einfach weniger Gegentore kassieren.
Yeah, the coach has recently praised your performances after the winter break in comparison with the somewhat troubled time during the first half of the Bundesliga campaign. What's your position on that? Well, certainly I think there's a reason for the apparent better performance after the winter break. And I think that the whole team is taking a more defensive approach to the game and also defending as a team so we're building on a good compact defence and for a defender, however good they are, it's important to have their players around them helping out the defence. I think that's important for us to be successful and ideally that can be another 9 or 10 or all 11 players working to defend. And we've done that at a high level. And I said after the Mainz game, there was an example of that when Royce ran back in the 87th minute to make a clearance in his own box. I think that's significant of our position.
Okay, eine Frage haben wir noch an Mats. Anne, bitte.
Ihr habt jetzt schon mehr als 40 Spiele in dieser Saison gemacht und wir haben mehr als andere Vereine hätten es abgeschlossen gemacht. Wie ist so die Frische in der Mannschaft? Hast du da Probleme für die nächsten Wochen?
Ich glaube, dass wir fast schon überraschend frisch noch sind. Eben dafür, ich hätte auch gedacht, dass zu diesem Zeitpunkt dann irgendwann noch öfter vielleicht mal die Kräfte schwinden, oder es noch mehr Tage gibt, an denen man sich etwas ausgelockt fühlt. Aber die sind zwar vorhanden, aber seltener eben als von mir erwartet. Auch so ein extremes Programm hatten selbst wir selten in den letzten Jahren. Deswegen stimmt es einem sehr zuversichtlich. Ich denke natürlich, dass da verschiedene Dinge reinspielen. Wie gesagt, eben diese oft schon angesprochene etwas andere Spielweise, aber auch eben eine in meinen Augen sehr gute Abwechslung von eben Anspannung in Spielen oder kurz vor den Spielen, aber auch Entspannung zwischen den Spielen, wenn es mal möglich ist. Und das sorgt eben dafür, dass wir fast alle sehr gesund durch die Saison kommen. Und das ist eben auch, finde ich, das Allerrelevanteste, um gesund zu bleiben oder um körperlich frisch zu bleiben, dass man eben auch gesund bleibt. Also, dass man sich nicht alle paar Wochen vielleicht da mit einer Kleinigkeit rumschlägt und da, sondern dass man immer im Rhythmus bleiben kann.
Yeah, we played 40 Spielen.
40.
Yeah, 40. Yeah. We played nearly 40 games this season so far. How is it possible to remain fresh after that many games? Well, I think the way we've approached it, I've talked a bit before about the way we're organised, but I think the thing is not to keep playing within a certain rhythm, and perhaps we're busier than last season, but that's not been the case in the previous years. So the different styles make it a change, but I think the thing is not to have too much a break between, or too much tension between games, and from my point of view it's to remain healthy, and in those terms I think that means keeping fit, but also healthy in the sense of not ignoring little niggles or knocks, and I think that explains why we're still fit and fresh at this stage.
Okay, ja, vielen Dank, Mats. Ich glaube, haben wir noch eine? Gut, die letzte Frage dann, bitte.
If he starts, How big a threat might Harry Kane be to you? He only came on to score 3-0 in the first leg.
Yeah, of course, a big threat. I saw him scoring 2 goals on Sunday against Aston Villa. So I think we know what a good striker he is. So if he will be on the pitch, of course, you give him a certain amount of your defense concentration. You focus a little more on him, of course, but in the end, doesn't matter who will play. I think they will have a good quality. The whole team. Especially in the offense, they have some pretty nice players. So of course he's a very good player, but it's not that we can chill when he doesn't play. We still have to work on our defense then.
Welcome to our coach Thomas Tuchel. Gleich.
Hallo. Genau. Gleiche Prozedur.
Roland.
Coach. Ja, eure Fragen an Thomas Tuchel bitte. Jörg, du startest einfach mal.
Wütend werden die Tottenham erwarten morgen, weil die noch 3-0 von einem nach.
Wie wütend? Ich weiß nicht, ob das was mit wütend zu tun hat, aber natürlich, wenn wir uns in ihre Lage versetzen würden, würden wir alles daran setzen, dieses Ergebnis zu drehen. Wir würden natürlich wissen, wie schwer die Ausgangslage ist, aber wenn wir uns reinversetzen, würden wir es auf jeden Fall versuchen. Deshalb gehen wir von nichts anderem aus, als dass auch Tottenham alles in die Waagschale werfen wird, um das Ergebnis zu drehen. Das Schöne am Hinspielergebnis ist aus unserer Sicht unsere Leistung gewesen. Wir sind sehr glücklich, dass wir verdient gewonnen haben. Wir sind sehr glücklich auf die Art und Weise, die wir gespielt haben. Aber es ändert nicht unsere Herangehensweise für morgen. Und ich bin mir sehr sicher, dass wir auf ein sehr gefährliches Team und sehr offensiv starkes Team treffen und die nächste Topleistung brauchen, um eine Runde weiterzukommen.
Do you think Spurs will be angry and after revenge after the 3-0 defeat? Angry, I don't know about that, but if we put ourselves in that position, I'm sure we'd do everything we can to turn it around. Obviously, that's difficult in that position, but we would definitely try. And I think Tottenham will give 100% effort to achieve that. But obviously, I'm happy with the position that we're in now. I think we did deserve to get there. Not only deserve to win, but we produced a very good performance, and that doesn't affect the way we'll play tomorrow. So we'll go into the game tomorrow knowing that we're facing a very dangerous and attacking side.
Heinz.
Wenn da um Gündogan sind zu Hause geblieben, gibt es noch weitere Problemfälle, drohende Ausfälle?
Ja, Erik ist fraglich, Erik Durm ist fraglich, aber wir haben ja noch Zeit bis morgen Abend auch für die Behandlung. Nach einem Zusammenstoß im Mainz-Spiel eine starke Prellung, aber dort hilft jede Stunde. Deshalb haben wir entschieden, ihn auch mitzunehmen und ansonsten gehen wir davon aus, dass alle anderen fit sind, falls jetzt in den beiden Trainingseinheiten nichts mehr passiert.
Das war Erik, ja. Gundogan hasn't travelled. Are there any other problems? There was with Erik Durm. He had a collision in the Mainz game, so he took a heavy knock then. So there's a question mark about whether he'll be able to play, but we'll decide tomorrow. We'll see how things go and decide tomorrow. Otherwise, everything's fine.
Thomas, do you see any comparisons between Tottenham and Borussia Dortmund? And do you think that Tottenham can have the same kind of success in the next couple of years that Borussia Dortmund have had in the last few years?
Yeah, why not? I mean, there are some similar situations. I mean, obviously, we're both second in our league. We're both 5 points behind. And of course, with Pochettino, it became a clear way to play. Tottenham, clear attacking style with a lot of ball possessioning as well, a lot of very kind of aggressive style in defending, a lot of how can I say it, a lot of attacking in the opponent's half, high defending. So these are things that Dortmund was famous for in Europe for the last years, and this is quite a similar style. But we also developed, and we also try to reach new levels. So everybody has to find his way, and I believe that Tottenham right now is finding for their own style and for their own way and for their own convictions, and not trying to imitate anything else, because you have to find your own way in the league you play, and in the cup games, and of course in Europe. So let's see. I mean, they have an excellent coach, they have an excellent squad, and success is coming. So we will see where it ends. But we have our own way, we have our own style, and our own goals that we try, and our own level that we try to put higher and higher.
Hello. As a club, you have won the Champions League and the European Conference. So what would it mean to win the Europa League as well, and what kind of priority are you giving this?
So I mean, there are no priorities in the meaning of this is the first, this is the second, this is the third. If we play, we play, and if we play, we feel the. The obligation, the obligation to give everything. If we put on the shirt, the yellow shirt, and if we play for our fans, supporters, we feel the obligation to do it the best we can. And I think it's the obligation to our talent, to our situation, that we have the possibility to play for such a club, to work for this club, to give everything. This is, I think, the nature of sports, and I'm very happy that my team shows this spirit and this mentality, the players, and so there are no preferences in cup or in the league table. So wherever we're facing, wherever we play, we want to win. This is the next huge step for us, and I mean, perhaps Europa League is perhaps a chance, a lifetime chance now to go a long way in it, because of course we're hoping for Champions League in the next years, and our goal is to play Champions League regularly and year after year. So, but now we are in this cup challenge and in Europa League, and I'm very happy that after a kind of difficult group phase, we now showed up with a spirit that you have to have if you wanna go for a long way. And so we take it all but step by step, and I'm very, very happy that perhaps after the first leg against Tottenham, we showed an extraordinary performance against Mainz. It was a very difficult game, and we showed up again, and this would be absolutely necessary for tomorrow. There's no other way we can play it but our top level, and top focused, and taking it very, very seriously.
So, wir haben noch Zeit für zwei Fragen, wenn es sie denn noch gibt. Der Vorname.
Thomas, just a question about Aubameyang. How have you looked to improve him this year since taking over? And how did he react to becoming an African Player of the Year?
I mean, you know, these kind of players like Oba, they improve themselves with their spirit and their mentality and their will to come every day and give everything and keep their feet on the ground and know that they are team players and they can reach nothing on their own in soccer. That's the way it is, and we're very, very happy to have him and the other extraordinary talents and players in our squad. And the improvement comes from himself, and the improvement comes from his dedication to this job and to this talent he has. And I'm very happy that we have a connection, and a good connection, that I can help him and try to guide him on his way. But it is his way, it's his talent, and is his achievement. And you know, Oba is a player who plays for being a top scorer in a league. He plays for getting a hand to a cup or to a championship trophy, and of course he plays for even individual titles, and this is totally fine, because this is what motivates him, and this is what he's living for and is dreaming of since he's a little child, and so it's absolutely fine, and so you can imagine that becoming Africa's Player of the Year was very extraordinary and a huge prize that he got, and it made him stronger, even more self-confident, and he missed some training sessions because of the traveling and to the ceremony and so on, but okay, now he's fit again, we see this, and he's in a good shape.
Okay, die letzte Frage, bitte hier vorne.
Thomas, Pochettino said today that he will rest players again for tomorrow's game. In your mind, is there any disappointment that over the 2 legs we might not see the best team from Tottenham against the best team against Dortmund?
No, not at all. It's very important that we focus on ourselves. Who will know how the result would have been if some other players would have played? I mean, we do the same stuff. We did it in league games. We rotate for several positions, and who will say if this is now a weaker squad or not the best choice for this game? Wait and see till tomorrow, and the only thing I'm not disappointed, and I'm not expecting anything, and you know, it's a big challenge to play here at White Hart Lane, and I'm feeling very good to come here into the stadium. It's very special for me personally to step in here, to have a training today, to coach a match tomorrow in the stadium, and to come with a squad that is self-confident enough that we can win here again, and we are eager to win and hungry to win again tomorrow, to bring our top performance, that this is possible. So we have respect for all players Tottenham has, and my colleague will do his choices in best he can, and I don't think that he gave up already. I cannot imagine this, so we will be prepared, and we will have the best team that's for tomorrow possible.
Ja, vielen Dank, Thomas. Vielen Dank für Ihre Zeit und Aufmerksamkeit, und bis morgen Abend.
Danke schön.
Dankeschön.